The brand new update for Diablo Immortal is here, and today I decided I would take you through the brand new training grounds as well as 4 other things that you probably should be doing right now with this update that I'm going to be doing with you as well. Even if you are not a 900 Paragon player, that's server Paragon as of right now like I am, these tips all will come into play for you at some point during your gameplay. So first things first, where we are on the map right now is right next to West March, or right inside of West March, next to where the Elder Rifts are. This is where you'll find the training grounds. Inside of the training grounds, we have our training grounds master, we could call them, Nadia. And Nadia is going to allow us to do a couple of things here. First of all, Nadia will take you to your stash so you can swap anything in or out that you want to in your testing. Nadia will also allow you to go to your armory, which is something that I very much underuse inside of the game, but you could swap to different sets of items that you have created. And also, Nadia will allow you to go to the essence transfer, which is great. So you could swap things out. This is a testing zone, a zone where people are probably going to be spending a lot of their time. And if you want to see why, I'm going to give you a demonstration right now. So we have our little training dummies. You have a training dummy there, and you have a training dummy here. We're going to start off with this training dummy right here. Now, we can go and test out any skills or anything that we have that drops damage on these dummies. For example, if I want to go with my primary attack, notice I'm using the primary attack, and in the left hand side it's showing the total damage. It's also showing my damage per second. This is both all of the effects, the essences that are there with my primary attack, and I could basically do this, and I'm doing it for 15 seconds. 16 seconds, it was about 2.9 million damage. Now, if I want to test something out, so let's say I want to go to my skills, and possibly I want to try Lacerate instead. We can come over to Lacerate, we can come back over here, and we could do the same thing. It's going to refresh, and for 16 seconds, you're going to see how much damage you can do in the amount of time that you did with your other attack. So this one, as you can see, Frenzy is going to be quite a bit less damage in the 16 seconds, partially because it's maybe a lesser strong. This one was 2.1 million, a lesser strong attack, or the essences that I have equipped are just not benefiting that particular skill itself, or that particular attack, because it is a primary attack. So we'll go back to Frenzy. Boom. Now, we could do this with all of our things. So let's do this for a second. Maybe I want to know how much damage the burn effect does from Wrath of the Berserker. All I have to do is stand on the dummy, hit Wrath of the Berserker. I am not attacking. I am just checking out how much damage actually will be occurring to an enemy from Wrath of the Berserker if I just sit on top of them with it equipped. And notice right there, we did 677,000 damage just from the burning of Wrath of the Berserker. Now, we're going to reset this right here, and let's say we want to work on maybe Leap. What kind of damage Leap will do? Let's take a look. Just the Leap, and all of the essences working to do that damage for Leap, 157,000 damage for Leap. We're going to reset that again, and let's try possibly Sprint. We're just going to pop Sprint, let the burn effect be done right here on top of the dummy. So you could do all this type of stuff and kind of see how much damage your Barbarian, Necromancer, or whatever class that you're doing can actually do. At any point in time, you can go over to Nadia and you could change out any of the essences to try and drop even more damage utilizing something different, changing up your essences, and really theory crafting and testing up your build. Now let's see, I'm going to use Wrath of the Berserker one more time and see if we get any difference from it this time around. Remember, sometimes you have different elemental effects happening. Maybe you'll have lightning dropping down, or you'll have other things. So notice this time around, 705,000 damage. Nope, 700 and wow, it's continuing the bleed effect. 725,000 damage. So a lot of different things come into play, and a lot of things may need to be tested time and time again to see your general base damage that you're going to get from your particular builds that you're utilizing. Now also, let's take a look right here, and if I want to just whirlwind right on top here, let's see what kind of damage we just get from a straight up whirlwind until it cools down. 800 900. Do we hit? 1 million damage right there just from Whirlwind. Now, let's put the test here. We're going to refresh. We're going to go Wrath of the Berserker, Leap, and Whirlwind. So we're going to start off with Leap right here, Wrath of the Berserker, and then we're going to Whirlwind on it as well. We got our Hydra up right there. This is talking about the damage that a Barbarian can throw in a battle. There we go. 1.8, 1.9, 2 million damage plus being done right there, not even utilizing sprint, utilizing the Wrath of the Berserker, Leap, and Whirlwind combo, 2.1 million damage. So this is an idea of what things can look like and how things can kind of work when you're testing out your builds. We spend so much time trying to come up with the most optimal builds inside of the game. It's a great feature that we could finally test them out. It reminds me of like a shooting grounds in Call of Duty or inside of PUBG Mobile, where you can test out the weapons that you've been building. Here we could do it with all of our skills and how we build out everything inside of the game. Now there's a couple of other things that we need to talk about here, because I just reached Paragon 900. I just reached Inferno 2. First things first, when we take a look at my gear right here, we are able to now upgrade our secondary gear because of this update to level 20. I was able to get 3 pieces up to level 16 just because of the resources that I already had from Challenge Rifts, but now Challenge Rifts have been extended. Now we're able to go even higher up in Challenge Rifts, get more materials that we need to upgrade all of our secondary gear to level 20. This is going to be the new gear grind that we have. Of course, there are some new essences as well for all of the classes. Every single class got 6 new essences inside of the game, so those are also going to be grinded as well right now. But challenge rifts are something that we're going to want to start grinding again on the daily, at least a small handful per day, so we could keep progressing to get our secondary gear where it needs to be. So for all of you guys that are struggling and you're always wondering, how do I get my combat rating up? A great way to do that is through your secondary gear. Grind those challenge rifts and make sure that you're upgrading your secondary and really your primary gear as well. So with that being said, upgrading all of that is important. But also, you know, check out the combat rating I have here on some of these pieces of gear. Low, 1,113. This one's max level for Inferno 1, 1,145, but I'm no longer in Inferno 1. Any legendary gear and secondary legendary gear that I can grab now is going to give me higher combat rating, allowing me to get further in challenge rifts and to do more inside of the game and be able to experience more. As you can see, I picked up these pair of pants today just from doing an event, and it's higher combat rating because previously it was 1,245 and this one was 1,257, so I was able to upgrade my combat rating just from the first piece of legendary gear that I got. Now, with that being said, fabled wisps are what we use to kind of, let me show you first of all. We have all these fabled wisps to create secondary gear for your current level. Hell 1, Hell 2, Inferno 1, Inferno 2, you get the idea. Notice that these wisps that I'm hovering are for Inferno 1. I can only craft Inferno 1 gear from those wisps. So if I come on over here and I want to go up to set crafting, notice I can't create anything for Inferno 2. I don't have the resources. So what we need to remember to do is we need to come over here to the Smithing's vendor. We need to come on over here and we need to go to Fabled Wisps. Now we want to go to Inferno Fabled Wisps. I have 20 of the Inferno, what are these ones right here? Oh no, these are the Hell 8, and I have 99 of the Inferno 1. So if I want wisps for Inferno 2, what I need to do right here is I need to utilize all of my wisps from Inferno 1 to buy 14 of them for Inferno 2. So what this means is right now, for every, every 7 pieces of secondary gear that I got on Inferno 1, I can get 1 piece of Inferno 2. But that's going to be enough. So we're going to spend all of these right here. Boom. We bought all the fabled wisps that we need at this point in time. So now that we've purchased those, we can come on over here. First of all, let's see what we're going to buy. We are going to go ahead and buy an Awakener's Urge. That's going to be our first charm that we're going to grab. All right, so we're going to come over here, set crafting. We're going to go to our charms. And where do we have the Awakener's Urge? It's right here. Notice it's going to cost 5 of these. Oh, actually, you know what? I said it's going to cost, it costs more than 1. So I'm going to be able to get only 2 of these. Wow. Wow, that is not a good deal. That is not a good bargain. But you know what? There's no other way to do it at this point in time. So it's going to cost us 5 of the 14 Inferno Fable Wisps 2 that we have. 5 of them. We're going to craft this right here. And we're going to see what we got. Let's see what we grab. Notice we do have something that we could use right away. The combat rating is higher. It is not a triple stat, but the combat rating is up. We're going to equip that because it does have the same Vithuz set that we're trying to do. So we're going to equip and transfer. And now if I take a look over here, we have another one that is going to be for the Vithu, which would be our second piece. So make sure that you start upgrading your secondary gear. Also notice I could socket a gem inside of here as well, so I can quickly go ahead and we'll go right here. Select that bad boy, throw it in there, get myself a little bit more life and armor penetration. Make sure that you're upgrading for your hell level, both your legendary and your secondary gear. But there's more than that. Check out all of these right here. These are all mystery legendary items that I've collected while I was in Inferno 1. I had all my gear maxed in Inferno 1. I didn't need to push or unlock any of these because I didn't need anything. But now all of my gear can get an upgrade. And if you read, obtain a random piece of legendary equipment. The level of the equipment is determined by your character's level at the time you claim, as well as your Heliquary raid progress. So I'm currently in Inferno, Paragon 900. Let's see what we get when we unlock this one right here. We're going to do one at a time. What did we get right here? Oh, let's visit the identifier and take a quick look before we spend all of them. We want to make sure. Now, of course, everything doesn't have to be the higher level. I mean, just because you unlock something doesn't mean that it has to be higher combat rating. Like right here, this one right here, it's not a higher combat rating. Let's go ahead and check out all of them. Why not? We've been saving them forever. Let's unlock them all. We're going to use them all. Man, been saving these forever. We'll use a whole bunch of them at least. Maybe not all. Oh, we have some greens as well. This is actually fantastic because the Fabled Wisps that we were worried about before, now these are going to be unlocked in Inferno 2, I'm sorry. And I'm going to be able to, if I don't like them or if I can't use them because they're from the wrong set. Why is that one not going? Am I full or something? They're not going any longer. Let's see what's up. All right, so let's go ahead and identify what we have so far. Let's see if we have any. I feel like the game just stalled on me. Like literally. Oh, wow. That was like the most lag I've ever seen in this game before, ever. All right, so check it out. All of this gear is higher right here. Check it out. Higher combat rating. It's going to increase our power. Higher combat rating if we can get the right gloves that we're wearing. And it looks like we did not get the right ones. But these can all be broken down because they are part of Inferno 2. And we're going to be able to use them even to craft new ones. So let's come on over here. Let's do a little bit more. We have more in our bag. We're going to use this one. Looks like they weren't all showing over there. Boom. There we go. In addition to that, you're going to want to turn in your fish. The way you do that is you just go to one of the docks, turn in your fish, and you could potentially get some more legendary items there as well. Plus, I can choose these legendary pieces of gear from these rewards that I have as well. These are going to be rewarded to you based on the level that you're currently at. So let's go ahead. Let's get a Lasting Hate. Let's go ahead here. Let's get the shoulder piece, Hell's Legacy, shoulder piece. We're going to go here. What am I utilizing? Ground Stomp? No, I forget what pants I'm using. Obviously, I have all the essences, so it really doesn't matter. That's for Ground Stomp. This is for, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and get this one right here. It does honestly not matter. And then here for the chest, or for the primary, we'll go with, how about that one? All of these legendaries are now with us. Man, these fish would be probably pretty good to unlock as well. We got some good fish. And check it. Some of these are good, some of these are not. We have one right here that actually only one of them is giving us a combat rating that's really worthy of utilizing right now. All of the secondary gear we got. So make sure that your gear is getting upgraded as you go. It looks like we did get a couple more here for the secondary gear. I wonder if any of these, no, none of the pieces are the pieces that, talk about the worst luck, right? None of the actual pieces of gear. So all these are going to need to be broken down. But that's how it goes. Shall we do some fish? Shall we see what we grab from some of these fish? This one looks like a cool one to exchange. We're going to head over to Billafin and we're going to go talk on the docks and see what kind of rewards we can get from those fish as well. So we've talked about the new trader, the new training zone, and the trader inside of the training zone, or not the trader, but the NPC we interact with over there. Fabled wisps and how to take advantage of that, although we had 100, which you need 5 of each to get Inferno 1, which when you break them down, you just get so much less value. But it's what you have to do. Legendary gear upgrades, fish we're doing now, and going to your challenge rifts. So let's go ahead right now, and let's see what we could do with these fish. If I want to exchange this, hi. Fish trading. Yes, let's select all of the fish and see what we can get out of it. A lot of XP, legendary stuff. Ooh, reaching the next Paragon level as well. Lots of things getting thrown around, but will there be any? There's a legendary. There's one legendary piece of gear right there. Let's see if it's anything that we could use right here. Shall we identify? Shall we see if your boy got a little bit of luck right here? Because out of most of the things that I got, there was not a ton of luck. Let's see what it is. Where's my identifier? It's exceptional. But it is not exceptional enough. Make sure that you get involved and do the upgrades that you need to do to increase your combat rating so that you can continuously progress through the game, because there's more and more stuff coming all the time inside of Diablo Immortal. They're listening to what we want to do, and I absolutely love it. Let me know how you guys like the update so far and continue to subscribe for daily videos.